Continue to follow that developing headline tonight. President Trump signing a new executive order revising his travel ban. It temporarily bans residents from 6 Muslim-majority countries. Iraq was left off the list this time. Non-U.S. citizens with valid green cards or current travel visas are exempt from the ban. The order also temporarily halts all refugees from entering the U.S. This is where it gets very tricky. This executive order has a direct impact here in the tri-state. Joining us now is Ted Bergh with Catholic Charities of Southwestern Ohio. It's a nonprofit that works with refugees. So you know this topic very well. You were planning to bring in how many refugees this year?
We were scheduled for 450 refugees this year, up from 330 last year.
Okay. And so what happens now?
We're up to about, in the federal year, starting October 1st, we're up to about 170, and we're going to be paused now for 120 days till July. But the refugee program has a lot of vetting in place already, so it may be by the time you start it and stop it, or restart it, it may even be longer than that. So we're not sure how many refugees we'll see this year. Okay,
so you say they have a lot of vetting already.
Yes.
What is that?
It takes 18 months to 2 years for a refugee to come now. Homeland Security, FBI, there's multiple levels, multiple checks, biometrics, all kinds of things. And only a very few get through. Maybe 1% of the refugees get through and get into a country.
Have there been any issues with those who have come here that you know of?
No, it's a very safe population, and federal security individuals will tell you that. There's a report out now by the Homeland Security in February this year that says refugees are not a threat.
All right, well, our leadership feels that they're coming from countries where they don't properly vet, and that's the issue from their perspective. How does this impact the families here?
Well, we already have, like I said, 180 here. We've brought in 12,000 refugees into Cincinnati over the last 40 years since the Vietnam War, and we do this because we respect the human dignity of every person. It's a faith-based work that we do.
Okay, all right, let's get to a similar topic. When we talk about immigration, that's a separate executive order. What are the thoughts now amongst those who are here from your perspective? Is there a fear of families being broken apart?
There's a big fear for families being broken apart, and we think would be a terrible thing for mothers to be separated from their children. And some families are making plans now, signing custody statements so that if the parents end up leaving, that the children will be cared for here.
So they're actually getting neighbors or friends to sign custody agreements.
Yes.
And you're seeing quite a bit of this?
It's happening. We've been doing some programs of Know Your Rights and Make a Plan, and getting children who are born here getting their passports.
Okay. Wow, that's really interesting. We'll continue to follow it. We appreciate the work you do and giving us some insight here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ted Bergh. We want to